So guys, here I am back with another video of programming. So in this video we'll learn how middleware in Node.js works. So first of all, we'll go through the document and what is the definition and what is it the middleware thing. So middleware function are functions that have access to the request object and the response object, and the next middleware function means it has access of request and response object as well as next middleware function. It has three access. Okay, in the application request response cycle, I hope you know that about a request response cycle. Request response cycle means you are hitting an API and this is called request. You are requesting for the data and server will respond you, and this is called request response cycle. You are hitting the API and server will respond with some data, so this is called request response cycle. And now the next middleware function is commonly denoted by the variable name next. You can name the next middleware function as per the anything, as per whatever you want, but to identify it simply we use next function. So you can name anything, but simply to identify it we are using next, just next. And let's see, as name suggests, it comes in middleware of something, and that is request and response cycle. Means the middleware is a thing that is comes in middleware of something. Means you can see the structure. Here we have client request, means we are requesting and the API request, and this is the response. So between this we have something which is called middleware. So we will place a middleware between request and response. I hope you're getting it. Middleware has access to request response object, as we know that already. And next thing, middleware has access to next function of request response cycle. In this request and response cycle, this is a call cycle. In this request response cycle there is a next function. It has also access by the middleware. So yeah, we'll go next. So we can continue going ahead. Middleware function can perform the following task: execute any code. It will execute any code. Make changes to the request and response object. Actually middleware can modify the request response object. So this is the point, and it can end the request response cycle. As I said, this is called cycle, that request and responses, and some middleware is there. So it will end, it will finish up the end of request response cycle and call the next middleware in the stack. It will actually after completion one middleware task, it will go for the next middleware. I'll show you. Like that. This is one middleware, this is one, this is one, this one. Your request is going through this, and first middleware will get it, and whatever task after that, after done, it will pass the controller to the next task, next middleware, then so and show on like that. And this is another middleware, this is another middleware. It's just passing the control to the next middleware, and then again it's next middleware, next, and like that it will continue. And so if the current middleware function does not end the request response cycle, it must call next to pass control to the next middleware function, otherwise the request will be left hanging. It means if the current middleware function does not end the request, if the current middleware function does not end the request response cycle, then your request will hang up. So it's must call next function, then it will go to the next middleware, then it will go to the next, and show on. The control will pass to the next middleware, like that. So this is the thing you can remember. Interviewer always asking these things about the middleware, so you have to define this. And the next, as I said, next is just a function which is pass control to the next middleware. So we'll go through the description as well. So a middleware is basically a function that will receive the request and response object, just like your route handler do. As a third argument, you have another function which you should call once your middleware code completed. This means you can wait for asynchronous database or network operation to finish before proceeding to the next step. This might look like the following. I think you are getting this point. You can just pause this video and you can read this again. So I'm not going to describe it, explain it. It's a very easy thing. And if the current middleware function does not end the responsive cycle, it must call next. As I said already, it must call next, otherwise your request will hang up. So to pass control to the next middleware function. This thing is very important actually. So we'll go for the listing of middleware, how many types of middleware are there. So first of all, we have application level middleware, which is app.use. I'll show you in my code as well. We have used app.use here. You can see app.use everywhere. So this is nothing but a middleware function, and it's actually app.use means here app is storing the express function. So app is using the express, and app.use is all the middleware call using by app.use. So I'll go sequentially. So router level middleware, router.use. Okay, so app.use is completed. Now I have seen so now I'm going to show you router level, where I can see I have to go to route folder in my program, in my project, and here we can see express is there and router. Express.router is a router middleware. Okay, we are storing it variable name API. So express.router function, it's a middleware. Okay, and another one, built-in middleware, express static, expressJS, express URL encoded. So these are the built-in middleware. I'll show you in my main file. expressJS, you can see expressJS, express URL encoded. These are the middleware which is which is what, built-in middleware. It's called built-in middleware. So I have and here I have using a file upload. This is another middleware, you can say, but it's some external. Okay, I'm not going through it. So rather than this, we have more thing, error handling middleware, like app use, error, request, response, and next. So it is called error handling middleware. I don't think I have used it somewhere, so it's okay. And last one is third party middleware, body parser, cookies parser. These are the third party middleware. Body parser is deprecated now, and cookie parser is there. And so instead of body parser, we are using this one only. I will show you expressJS, this one, and express URL encoded. Body parser is deprecated now, so these two line we are using this middleware, which is a part of expressJS. So you don't have to install any third party body parser npm package for that. So and this is another middleware, file upload. So it's also part of express file upload. It's also part of express file upload, which is okay. You don't have to install any other thing, any other npm package. These are the example, and I'll show you some code. We can go for it. Let me pause the video first. Let me do setup for this. So we'll try to understand some code about middleware. So let me go through the code. It's in the same page. Okay, so so we have expressJS, just requiring it, and we have a function request response next, and request.url and request.method, which is you are going to call, and request.url, the route you are calling, the API you are calling, that URL, request.url is containing that routes actually. And new date, it will create new date and passes control to the next function. And app.use, we are using this middleware. This is custom middleware, we are creating. We'll create it. I'll show you example live demo, and whenever after that route will declared, and if you call save from your postman, it will go through this middleware before call to the call the API, and it will go through the middleware, and it will log your save route here, request.url, and method will be whatever you used, post or get. So yeah, this is custom middleware. This is awesome thing, and we'll go through it right now. And express router is there. Express router we are using to declare the routes. Okay, so express router route dot get route dot post, something like that. Yeah, route dot post. Yeah, so this is another middleware, router middleware, express router. And we'll go next. Yeah, error handling middleware. As I said, I haven't used it. So app.use function error request response. Next, if error is there, then error dot stack and response status 500 send something broke. So some blocking thing is there, and third-party middleware going through this. So as I said, third-party middleware is body parser, and body parser actually containing the content type. And yeah, right now it's deprecated, you shouldn't go for it. Express.json is there, express URL encoded is there, so you can use by default expressJs middleware for this. So body parser, yeah, in our old project we have used body parser dot URL encoded, and body parser.json, which is third party middleware as well. So here I'm completing this document, and yeah, we'll show the example here. I'll try this example only. Yeah, this is very nice thing. I think I should try once. So let's go to the project, and let me do the setups. Okay, so we are here in our project folder. Let's not make the video so lengthy. I'm trying to do it very faster. Okay, so let's see what we have to do. This is my project server page. This is the server file, and what I have to do, my API route is there, so I'll go to that route path. Okay, yeah, here this is the API. Okay, this is the API routes I have created, and now I have to create a custom middleware. So what I'll do, the API will come here and hit this route. So before hitting this, I'll declare a middleware here, my custom middleware. Okay, let's do it. What I have to, wait, sorry for the disturbance. And yeah, let's create a function. See, const okay, logger API is a function, and we'll create one thing, request comma response comma next. This is our middleware creation, and right now I'm going to log I'm going to use backticks and request with backtick dollar. This is called template literal. I'm going to use it here. Request dot URL, and the same thing, dollar curly braces, and request dot it is called post. We have methods now. Method, if I'm wrong, let me see. Yeah, request dot method is there, request dot URL. So yeah, I'll say one thing, calling here, and I have to call the next. I have to pass control to the next middleware, which we don't have any other middleware right now. So yeah, I think it's completed. I'm calling the next middleware, and next response is not there. Okay, so yeah, this is simple, and I have to call this log API. So AP just passes the, we have to use this app.use what, yeah, logger API. So let me check it once, it will work or not. Let me use my Postman myself. My internet connection is too much slow. Yeah, let me check if I'm missing something. I have to call the API. We have API slash calculate EMI API, so let's hit it. Let me hit. Something is wrong. Yeah, it's calling, and let me check. Yeah, here it is, API slash calculate EMI post API, which is post API calling. Yeah, let me hit it once again. Yeah, our middleware is working fine. Between the request and response cycle, we have placed a middleware. Let me go to the code. Yeah, between the request and response, this is the API. There is a request response cycle, and we have placed a middleware, custom middleware here. You can put your authentication middleware here. So let me show you in a project that we are using authentication middleware there. So I'm going to show you my middleware, which is we are passing XXX token through headers or params or body. If your access token is not there, XXX token is not there, then it will say please provide token. And yeah, and yeah, these are the APIs which are not going through the middleware. The sequence of the middleware is very important. If you're putting the APIs routes above to the middleware, it will not going through this middleware. Means your reset password API is not going through this middleware because it's calling before the middleware. And here you can say change password and user details and all the user update. All this API are going through this middleware, this authentication middleware. It's required this authentication. It will going through this middleware. If the user is authenticated, means user is valid, then it will work, and otherwise it will say your auth token is expired or something error like that. So these are the best authentication middleware I have shown in my project, or I have used in every project this middleware. So yeah, these are the above API routes which are not going through this middleware. So it's not required that middleware to pass the XXX token from this API. So you don't need any XXX token to hit this API, which is you have declared above to the middleware, or which is below to the middleware. You have to provide the auth token. Yeah, so let me finish this. This video is all about middlewares, NodeJs middlewares, and it depends on you how you can use, how efficiently you can use it. So that's all. This is we have covered the interview. Oh, and another one thing, our interview question is always asked, so you should know about this, that how to pass control through one middleware to another middleware. So this is the next function we are using to pass the control to the one middleware to another middleware. And if you the interviewer will ask how to pass data from one middleware to another middleware, then you can answer them request dot username, request dot body, whatever, request dot decoded, whatever the variable name you have, you can store in request dot username. Suppose that we have username, so you can pass your data from one middleware to another middleware. Just use store your username here. So that will carry your request object will carry your username, and you can get it from another middleware as well. So yeah, you can share your data from one middleware to another middleware. That's all, guys. This is the complete video. I'm going to finish it. Thank you, and do like, comment, subscribe if it's helping you. So thank you.